Good morning to everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. I am coming in to you guys because I have decided to do these little and quick Q&A, question and answer sessions for you guys because I seem to get a lot of similar questions with regards to hormonal imbalances that you guys are going through. So I'm going to be rounding up some questions that are all along the similar lines. And I'm going to be tackling those answers for you and giving you guys some advice in the meantime. In case you are maybe someone who is going through the same thing, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling lack of support, you're looking for answers, okay? A lot of us seem to be going through a lot of similar symptoms. And I know there's not enough information out there when it comes to hormonal imbalances. So my aim is to help you guys as much as possible and give you guys support and advice there when it comes to this topic. And you may even know someone that may be suffering or maybe going through the same thing or something similar. However, it is really important that hormonal balance and hormonal imbalances becomes something that we talk about and learn a lot about because in actual fact, one of every three females suffers from a hormonal imbalance at one stage or other in their life. Okay, so we're going to get started. And today I'm just going to share with you guys a question that I seem to get a lot, especially with the older females. Okay, so I am in my late 40s. I have gained a lot of weight around my tummy area. I cannot seem to shift it with exercise. I get lots of cravings and anxiety, and I'm feeling very lost. Okay, so this is actually a very common, very popular question when it comes to stages in our life as we begin to get older. A lot of women, they seem to struggle to lose weight. Okay, obviously they're not losing weight the same way or at the same rate they were when they were in their 20s. However, when they get older, they seem to try and apply and do the same things that they did when they were in their 20s or 30s, but in the 40s and 50s, it doesn't seem to budge, it doesn't seem to shift. This is because they're not tackling from a hormonal balance perspective. Okay, so first things first, let's try and understand exactly what's happening in the body here. Now, when we have our hormones at a healthy level, okay, normally estrogen levels are high, progesterone levels are high. This is a healthy hormonal balance. Now, before menopause, we actually go through a phase called perimenopause. Now, perimenopause are when the menopausal symptoms are creeping in little by little bit by little bit, and we hit perimenopause before the menopause stage. Perimenopause can actually happen at any point, even as early as in our 30s, at the age of 35 onwards, we can start suffering from perimenopause symptoms. And then eventually that's going to lead to menopause. So, what happens in perimenopause? So, when we have our estrogen levels and our progesterone levels high up and both are dominant at a good level. During perimenopause phase, the progesterone levels begin to go down and estrogen levels becomes a lot more dominant. During this point, because of the estrogen being a lot more dominant, the body can actually slow down nutrient absorption. So we're not absorbing nutrients as well as we used to before, okay? And it can also increase fat storage, specifically around the abdominal area. Once we get to the menopause stage, that means our estrogen levels also begin to go down. So both estrogen and progesterone levels decrease and decline during menopause phase. Now, what happens during this point is not only do we struggle with nutrient absorption, not only do we increase fat storage in the belly and the hip area, okay? However, we also become a lot more highly sensitive to insulin levels, highly sensitive to cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. We become a lot more sensitive to mood and mood swings, a lot more sensitive to anxieties, and a lot more sensitive, overall to our stress levels. So whereas before we could seem a little bit more laid back and relaxed about certain episodes or certain things, you're going to become a lot more reactive to stress during this point and point in time. Okay, so what is very important is that we don't want to cause more stress. We don't want to cause more metabolic stress on the body. So what I need you guys to avoid is high intensity training, high intensity intervals, high intensity exercise sessions, exercising for an hour or longer. Okay, these are all going to cause more metabolic strain and stress on your body. All right. You need to tackle a hormonal balance first. You need to tackle from a hormonal perspective. That way your body will react a lot better, and ultimately you will see better results when it comes to your efforts, with regards to weight loss. You need to stop restricting so many calories, stop cutting down so much. I know we like to cut down on our calories, cut down on our food, but ultimately that's just going to cause more craving, that's just going to cause more stress onto the body. And this is something we're already sensitive to, okay? Because yes, cravings is another thing that's going to increase as you're going through this stage and point in life. Okay. Now, um, ultimately, we're all going to pass through this stage at one point or other in our lives. So there's no point in trying to avoid it. It is important that if we can go through this process as naturally as possible for our body, you're going to get a lot better adaptation towards it if you can apply the tools and the advice that I give you and apply different lifestyle changes, then you're going to react a lot better towards it. Your body's going to handle it better. You're going to handle it better mentally, physically, and stress wise. And also, you're going to get a lot of better results. So instead of trying to avoid it, we're going to get there at some point or some stage in our life. So it is important to understand what's happening in the body and what you can do, certain lifestyle changes that you can have in order to react to it a lot better. Okay. So, like I said, guys, avoid those high intensity, 60-minute high intensity interval sessions. What you want to be doing instead is cutting your workouts down to 30 minutes. Okay. So, perimenopause phase, you're going to train for 3 times a week, 30-minute sessions. Menopause phase, you guys can actually go to 2 sessions, 2 30-minute sessions a week. It is important that they incorporate resistance work. They incorporate resistance training, whether it's resistance training with your own body weight, resistance training with gym equipment or dumbbells and workouts. Resistance work needs to be there. That will also help with your bone density also. Okay. And also we need to incorporate rest-based training. Now, when I say rest-based training, that doesn't mean it's going to be 30 minutes of an easy workout session. No, you're still going to get pushed. You're still going to get challenged. You're still going to get a little bit out of your comfort zone. But anytime you need to stop and rest, you're going to do so. Why? Because we don't want to cause more stress. We don't want to increase our cortisol stress hormone. We want to bring it down. Okay. Cortisol is a stress hormone that stores fat and it doesn't burn it. So if you're training intensively at a high rate, you're keeping your cortisol level up nice and high. So you're going to stay in stress mode. You're going to stay in fat storing mode even throughout your workout and after your workout is done. We want to bring you in fat burning mode instead. So we want to bring that cortisol down. Okay. So it's very important. Don't restrict those calories so much, okay, because that's going to increase your cortisol, okay. Obviously, you don't want to overeat either, okay. I'm not saying you can just go out and eat anything and everything. Don't overeat, but don't cause too much of a restrictive diet. Rest and recovery sessions are also important. So you're going to look at me and you're going to say, but Denise, twice a week, is that enough for your exercise? Yes, because on the other days, I want you to be doing rest and recovery sessions, okay? Incorporating those sessions instead. Rest and recovery, I'm talking about leisure walks, okay? Whether you want to go for a leisure walk that's 30 minutes or 60 minutes, that's fine. But it's important, it is a leisure pace, okay? It is not a fast-paced power walk. No, the aim is hormonal balance. The aim is to bring that cortisol down. So you're going to walk at a nice leisure pace, okay? Whether it's a nice, easy walk around your town, or perhaps in the countryside, you can go somewhere near nature. That is also great. Other rest and recovery sessions could be actually, just going and spending some time in nature, taking a 10-minute Epsom salt bath, or even just soaking your feet in Epsom salts for 10 minutes while you're watching your favorite TV show. Creative pursuits that you enjoy, hobby, 5-minute meditation, breath work. These are all things that are going to increase hormonal balance and hormonal harmony in your body. Okay. Increasing your sleep. Sleep is crucial. Sleep is your reset button when it comes to hormones. So giving sleep more of an importance. A lot of us women, we tend to put everyone else first, put the family first, put the kids first, and we're kind of running down on an empty battery. You need to stop doing that because it's only going to cause you more harm than good. Now, I know we're restricted for time, ladies. So when I say rest and recovery sessions, you don't need to spend an hour meditating if you can't, or maybe if you don't enjoy doing it. But just that 5 minutes or that 10 minutes, if you've got little bits of time here and there, as you input them throughout your week, it's going to help you handle a lot better that hormonal imbalance. Okay. Very important. Also, another thing that I can give you advice on would be to take some supplements, okay, some vitamins and minerals. Ones you're going to look at are magnesium, B vitamins, and also fish oils. Okay, this is going to help with the symptoms. It's going to help with the anxiety. It's going to help with the stress levels, and it's going to help with your energy levels also. Okay, so increasing your magnesium, B vitamins, and a fish oil once a day. Those are going to help also when it comes to bringing it all together. All right, eating well, eating healthy, incorporating more protein in our meals, less processed carbohydrates, okay? Green, green vegetables, cutting back. Like we still want to eat, fruit is, there's nothing bad with fruit, okay? However, I don't want it to be just your kind of your single go-to snack or your go-to meal, okay? So it's important that when we have fruit, we have protein incorporated with the fruit. So whether it's a banana with some peanut butter or an apple and the yogurt, okay? Always incorporate protein, high quality protein in your meals. Cutting down on processed carbohydrates. Okay, we don't want to cut off carbohydrates, but we want to cut down on those high processed carbohydrates. Okay, into our meals, including a lot more green leafy veg as well, where you can also. Okay, so these little things are going to help with your lifestyle changes. Very important. I want you to focus more on those R&R sessions, rest and recovery sessions, incorporate them throughout your week, incorporate them throughout your day, as small little bits as you can. Believe me, they're going to work wonders and help you handle a lot better when it comes to the hormones and the hormone imbalance. Okay, please feel free to reach out to me, guys, if you are looking for support, if you're looking for fitness with regards to hormonal imbalance. I do offer 30-minute fitness hormonal reboot sessions. Okay, they are specific training exercise sessions which are tackling hormonal balance. Okay, so we're still going to burn calories, we're still going to tone, we're still going to get that heart rate up, a little bit of cardio in, but they are rest based sessions and they are aimed at hormonal balance. Okay, 30-minute sessions, and they are available both in studio with me if you want to join me in the studio, or on demand online if you want to work out and train in your own time. Please feel free to reach out if you want to start incorporating that exercise within your week. Also, I have a Hormones in Harmony master guide. Okay, this is a complete master guide which will help you understand your body, understand your hormones. It's going to give you loads of information. Okay, going to give you the answers you're looking for, plus complete step-by-step tools in order to achieve hormonal balance. No matter what stage you're at, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, or you're going to be hitting your 40s, this master guide will give you complete answers from A to Z. There's also a comprehensive questionnaire in there, also to find out where your hormonal balance is actually is. And also, I've included 4 fantastic bonuses in this master guide. Okay, bonus 1 is a complete guide to understanding female belly fat and how we can actually lose that belly fat. Bonus number 2 is actually a Hormones in Harmony cheat sheet. Okay, so this is a quick sheet that you're going to look up when you need where your hormonal balance is, what to do, what lifestyle changes in your fitness, in your lifestyle, in your nutrition, what you need to follow just to help that hormonal balance. And bonus number 3 is a hormone friendly recipe booklet full of recipes, ideas, hormone friendly ideas for shakes, breakfast, lunches, and dinner ideas. And finally, bonus number 4 is actually 3 workouts, 3 workout recordings with me, 30-minute hormonal balance sessions. Okay. All this, guys, and Hormones in Harmony is a fantastic master guide. You can print it out, read it in your own time, access all the bonuses at the same time. This is actually a total value of over 200 euros. Okay, when we put everything together, including the bonuses, you get a total of actually over 200 euros, but you can actually get this for only 39.99. So it is at a fantastic offer, at a fantastic rate right now. Otherwise, if you're looking for specifically something that is a little bit more, a little bit more individual work and help one-to-one on me, I have my 8-week hormonal reboot program coming up again. Registration is opening again, and I have my last final group of the year. This, I only take a small group of females so I can give individual attention to everyone. This is an 8-week program, individual attention on a weekly basis with me. You're going to get 2 months worth of workouts with me, nutrition. We're going to find out what food burner type you are. You're going to get meal plans, recipes. You're going to learn how to eat based on your food burner type. And on a weekly basis, I give you 1 to 2 learning modules every week. And again, we're going to be cover everything to do with hormones, whether it's cortisol, insulin, progesterone, PCOS, thyroid, menopause, okay? Biochemistry of how your fat loss actually works, okay? Fat loss solutions. We tackle everything. But I've spread it out to 8 weeks. That way you get little bits and bites. And like that, you can actually learn through the process, gain the tools, working with me on an individual basis also. And also everything is also available on demand. Okay, so you can access all the learning tools, all the sessions, even the workouts. If you want to join me live, you can, but you can also do the workouts in your own time and your own schedule. So you don't have to work on my time. It is a very flexible program, learning throughout the 8 weeks, understanding your body, getting results that you're looking for when it comes to hormonal imbalance. And you will have the tools even after the 8 weeks are up, so you can still apply everything down the line after the program is done and complete. So guys, I will drop a link in the comment section, okay, with my services with regards to hormonal balance. Please feel free, take a look, and also you can reach out to me with any questions that you may have. I will let you all go. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next Q&A.